Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shemal Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. My double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Okay, and this is what happened yesterday in Berkeley, April 15th. There was a full-scale riot, pretty much. And then there's this aerial view, just dudes just straight up fighting people, Edomites fighting each other. There's one group on this side, there's another group on this side, there's fighting each other, throwing stuff. You brothers can just look it up for yourself. look at these animals, just beating each other up. Edomites. This is Esau, man. This violent devil. And he has the nerve to call us beasts and monkeys. And look at Edomites fighting each other for what? White bitch getting punched, Alright, so this is all prophecy, okay? And it's nothing that's never happened before here in America, okay? And it made me think about this film, Gangs in New York. And there's a scene here, Daniel Day-Lewis. Alright, I think this is the beginning. But just same shit. Boom. Same exact thing. And brothers, I recommend this film for you to watch because it's a spiritual film and it's historical, it goes into, how street gangs and the politicians and the city and the mayor and everybody's in cahoots, so to speak, with each other and corrupted, and that goes even further back to the Romans. But I'm going to bring out this scripture, okay? This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right. Here in Gangs in New York, they call themselves the natives, and the other side were like I forget what they call them, but they're the Irish. But they're both live in America, speaking the same language, both look like Edomites, and they're fighting each other, being devils, And it's the same thing here. These are just Edomites, Look, spraying each other, just one's stars and stripes, and one's, bunch of bug outs, Edomites, man. In Berkeley, California. Okay. So, just the Egyptians these are Egyptians against Egyptians, fighting against each other. Why? Because it's in the scriptures. And they shall fight every one against his brother. Right? So these people are so-called brothers. And they're fighting each other, Edomites. Where's the love, Esau? Alright. Yeah, so I just reposted some of the stuff I saw on my Twitter. Alright, so you bros can go ahead and check it out. Yeah, and there's a Jake with a stick, beating up Edomites, it's just madness. Pure madness. Alright. And, let me keep reading, Esau, fighting each other. Shall fight everyone against his brother. Esau versus Esau. And everyone against his neighbor. Right? Edomite versus Edomite. City against city. And kingdom against kingdom. So what does that mean? All hell breaking loose. Race riots. And this is what it is. A straight up full scale riot happened. Alright? These dudes, setting off, like some third world shit. And who is it? It's Esau versus Esau the whole time. Over what? They're not fighting over taxes. They're not fighting over any right, They claim they're fighting over the right to free speech, but they're just getting it in, They're just being violent devils. And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek the idols and the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits. Right? And the Egyptians will they give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, save the Lord of hosts. Okay? And you can see what's going to happen here in America, right? With all these pretty much street gangs. This is a street fight, you know? These are Antifa, it's the anti-fascists versus, these straight Edomites, Edomites versus Edomites. And then just like in gangs in New York, that even goes further back to to the Romans, okay? And there's this channel, it's a really good resource, you brothers should check it out. Here it is, Historia Civilius. It's a Edomite dude, but he goes really deep into Roman history, especially in regards to Caesar and the Triumvirate. And this one's really good too. Well, I could do a video on it, but everyone should definitely check out the Siege of Jerusalem, the Crusades. Yeah, he just goes really deep into like battle tactics, and he's an Edomite, so he's all into that. But it's good history. Even goes into NATO. Okay. But this video caught my attention. I'll play, and all I gotta do is play the first 30 seconds. Get my point out.
When we last left the city of Rome, it was falling headlong into anarchy. The radical Senator Clodius had transformed himself into a man of the people, and through the use of street gangs, had disrupted public life in the city. Another senator, a conservative named Milo, had responded by raising street gangs of his own. Public life had slowly returned to normal, but at the cost...
It was crazy, right? I just noticed that the conservative Roman's name is Milo. What's that faggot that they chased out of Berkeley? Yeah, see, Milo Yiannopoulos, right? That's the spirit, right? So Clodius versus Milo, and what do? They raise street gangs. They cause mayhem on the streets, just like Esau does in the hoods. Okay, they play both sides of the street gangs of the hoods just to keep the hood totally destroyed, so you can never get out of it. Meaning you can never really, so-called, build it up to a point of, your people can actually succeed in America, but the Most High is not about that, all right? And then Esau, he sure as hell ain't about it, okay? He's all about having madness go down, and now it's spreading to Edomites, all right? Because Esau wasn't doing this in the 50s and 60s against each other, 50s and 40s, all right? But now they're full skull just, duking it out in the street and shit. Like fucking, like the beasts that they are. Alright, let me keep going real quick.
Raising street gangs of his own. Public life had slowly returned to normal, but at the cost of violence on the streets and political uncertainty. Milo, the conservative, looked to the courts to bring an end to the violence. He brought a case against Clodius.
Right, so yeah, then it explains, what they do to each other, and then he goes into how they're all involved with the Triumvirate, with Crassus and Caesar and Pompey. Where did that come on? Yeah, and Clodius, he was in the pockets of Crassus. So yeah, he goes real deep, And then it all starts with the street gangs, and then the street gangs, if you keep going into it, they get so out of hand that they call martial law. Okay, let me see if I can find that part. They get so out of hand they call martial law, and then Caesar comes back into Rome, all right, to sway the elections, which is exactly what this is about, supposedly, right? This is over an election. Ever since this guy Donald Trump, the devil, right, the orange demon. As soon as that guy got in office, Esau went into having street fights, street gangs, right? And that goes, that's a really good video to watch, right? Brothers to watch it. So I'm going to go back into these scriptures. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right? So, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is just the beginning of what's going to happen, right? This sedition right here. Okay, people not caring for another, just beating each other up. Right, where's the, when can people agree to disagree? But these are Edomites, this is the devil. This is their, are we going to, you can barely see any Jakes, right? There's an old Jake, but, beating up on Edomites, shout out to that guy. All right, just because, but, you ain't supposed to be out there. This is not our fight, this is Esau's fight. Okay, our battle's is in the spirit. What's this for, man? The Most High is gonna nuke this place. Here it is. Trump's dropping the Moab, and you got a bunch of Edomites fighting over a tax day. You should be going against Esau is such a damn demon. But hey, if you actually ever try to go against Esau, he'll send out his goons on you. So this is, it's just all prophecy, brothers, right? And it says, I'll go back to this part, the sedition among men, right? They don't give a damn what's going on, and of course their actions are standing in their power right now, right? But even more so when all hell breaks loose, right? When there's no more police, right? Because this here is going to lead to the martial law, right? All right, all this right here is going to call for martial law if it keeps shit going down like this, And pretty soon it's not going to be, people just duking it out. It's going to just be guns. Especially when the race wars begin. You have these Edomites just straight up shooting Jake. Jake going around kidnapping Edomites, torturing them to death. Right? Get that. This is Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as a chase roe. Okay, I'll start at 14. And it's like it. Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Yeah, damn devil. Yeah, because this devil, Esau, he's the wicked, all right? And he's the one committing all this iniquity, and then he's proud. There's even a group of Edomites that were here called the Proud Boys. And they're just straight up Edomites, but they they're just here to duke it out with these other Edomites. And they can go ahead and do it, man. Esau versus Esau crime has been the main leader to all death and destruction on the planet Earth, okay? Right? Salakia, after Esau versus Jacob crime, right? Because Esau on Jacob crime is the worst of all atrocities, okay? Because you damn devils, what you did to our forefathers, and putting them on cargo slave ships, holding us in hardcore slavery, you coming here destroying the Northern Kingdom, putting them on slave ships, raping their women, taking their land, beating them to death, putting them in plantations, slaves. Same thing happened to both kingdoms. And you damn devils did it to us. And how many of us were killed? Hundreds of millions, right? Over 500 million. And that's just an estimate. That's just an Esau. It goes beyond, right? And look, we're still here, man. You damn devil. But yeah, Esau versus Esau crime, that's a heavy thing. Okay? Let me keep reading. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, and even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, in the day of his fierce anger. And I shall be as a chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Alright? So what happens with a chaste roe, okay? That's a deer, man. You're getting hunted. That means you're prey. Okay? A chaste roe, when you're getting chased, you already know what's going to happen. Someone's going to devour that animal. And as a sheep that no man taketh up. So a sheep that has no shepherd, is subject to the wolves. You get torn, and it's going to get torn. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own land. Okay, that's what's coming up soon, right? This is going to lead to race wars, race riots, right? This is the Esau versus Esau, but pretty soon, right? They're gonna link up and go against Jake, and same with Jake. All of Jake, the North and the South, they're gonna get together, man. All this Negroid only BS. Just wait when the race wars go down. See how it's gonna turn out, all right? Because you know what? Unlike you, stupid niggas, we out there on the streets teaching, all right, and we actually know what's going on, all right. We know what's going on throughout the world. We know people back in the world, and so what? You know what? We know their spirit. We know what's going on in the hoods around here. And Jake on a level, man. Jake getting together, man. They know who this devil is, man. Right? They see this stuff this devil's doing, and they see right past it. It says, and it shall be as a chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Okay? And that's going to start happening. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So you with Esau, you can get put to death. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Right? Because what's going to happen, you damn devils? Right? Jake's going to just straight kill your children before your eyes, as it says in scriptures. Right? Just take all your food, rape your woman. Right? That's what's going to go down. Okay? So, just to recap, brothers, I'll put the link in the description. Check it out. This is a really good channel, and the video is his year, Pompey, 56, 52 BC. Okay, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.